Hello, my name is Christian Peterson. I didn't get to present my puzzle game. Um, I was unable to record actual gameplay footage. This has mostly to do with me not having a camera to do that with, and having dropped my phone and cracking the camera lens. So, what I'm just pretty much going to read off the rules and kind of explain what the game is. So you want to have a normal deck of cards, just I think it's 52 deck of cards. I don't really play with cards that often. That was the only thing I could get a hold of, and I had to have my mom give me one. Um, so it was originally getting to 20, and if you went over or you wanted to get as close to 20 as you could without going over, you lost automatically. There wasn't much to it. Um, I feel like there still isn't much to it. I had a really hard time thinking of ideas for this as I'm not into these kind of games. I'm really into like video games, but board games, card games, I've my whole life I'd have avoided them at all costs. I've avoided playing them. So when it was time to come up with ideas, it was really hard for me. With the last game, it wasn't so difficult because, well, it was a dungeon crawler that the team had come up with, and I didn't come up with the main idea. I think um, in this kind of situation where it's something that I don't really have a passion for, I really shine more when I can build off other people's ideas. So in that case, there was someone else came up with the main idea for that game in our last project, but I came up with a lot of the minor ideas like rules and things for the tiles and stuff like that because we were sitting there brainstorming, and that's when I can really come up with good ideas. It's no, but when I'm doing something by myself and it's something that I don't really like in the first place, it's really hard for me to come up with any ideas. I've sat here and tried to change this game more. I mean, this is late at this point, so obviously it's been a while, and this is just what I got, and I got to turn it in. So that being said, here is what I have. So, you want a regular deck of cards. What you're going to do is you're going to pull out the even number cards and the ace cards. That's going to be your deck. You want to shuffle those, and you want to give each player 5 cards, even if that's only one player. Your target number's 30, and you want to get as close to it as possible without going over. Um, Going over doesn't automatically mean you lose. It just means that you stop taking turns until you either draw an ace, or if you already have an ace, you can take a turn. What the ace allows you to do is it allows you to swap one of the cards that has been placed in your pile that you placed in it. Everybody places their own pile. It's not just one singular pile trying to make it to 30. Everybody's trying to make it to 30 in their own pile. So when you if you have an ace card, that allows you to take a card from someone's pile that's already been placed, and you can look through it, pick whichever one you want, and swap it with one from yours. So say you have a 10 and that was the only card you had to play at the time, and that's what took you over. Well, you can bring that back down by swapping it with somebody that has a 2, right? Now they have a 10 that might take them over, and if they don't get an ace card, they'll lose. Now this goes on for, you have one whole rotation to redeem yourself. So say you go over 30, if you don't get an ace, or if you don't already have an ace or don't get an ace within the next round, go around to the circle of players, you lose. So you have one draw. You can either get the ace or you lose. That is purely luck. So you want to be very strategic while placing your cards going up to that point, because if you get too close to 30, somebody could swap cards with you and put you right over 30. And then what if you don't draw an ace? That next round you lose, even if you weren't even close. So I did add some strategy into it. I tried really hard to. That was really all I could think of. The first person to get close to 30, which is 28 and up, or 26 and up, can win within the next 2 turns. If nobody can get 28, that's saying they don't already have 28, right? If they have 28, the person has to get 30. Or if somebody doesn't have an ace to swap cards with them, so it goes 2 turns after that. And you don't have to play a card on your turn, so they can just wait it out. If someone doesn't get closer, or then they would win. And yeah, so that's how the game's played. It's not a very long game. It's kind of fun though. I'd say it's not as fun playing by yourself, but it definitely is. The only issue is you're just kind of playing against your luck of your draws, right? Because you can't really use the ace card trick. But what I found to do, and I think I'm going to add this in before I turn it in. Actually, I am adding this in. When you're playing alone, there is the main deck of cards and a deck of 10 cards sitting off to the side from the evens and the aces. You just pull out 10. That'll sit there, and that can be the deck that you draw from if you have an ace, playing alone, since you won't be able to draw from other players' decks. And yeah, and that's my game, and thank you.